Hi, it's Mary with All That's Crafty, and we're going to do a card tutorial today. It is my first tutorial, so I hope it comes out good. And anywho, it is going to be a gift card holding card, and I actually saw this on Dawn's, she's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and it's, oh my gosh, I'll put her name down in the description box because I can't remember her website. But anyway, she's got a YouTube channel. So anywho, we're going to use the Elementary Elegance Happy Birthday Hello set. This was a celebration from, I think, last year that I got it. So we're going to use these two stamps here. You need the permanent adhesive like some Tombow. You need some dimensionals for what I'm going to do. I also have these from Lifestyle Craft, these little framelit dies, and I dropped the one, here it is, on the floor, of course. We need this size. We're going to use the Marina Mist Stampin' Up! Die ink. We're going to use a scallop circle punch, that's 1 1/4. We're also going to be using the curly punch in this. You need a scoreboard, and you're going to use this We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch to create the card holding part that holds the gift card. The paper I'm going to be using today is from Graphic 45. It is the Secret Garden collection, which probably everybody has already seen. And then the cardstock is, these are just some scrap papers. The cardstock is Marina Mist. This one is cut at, let me see, 4.5 by 11. And then this is the insert. This is the part that's actually going to hold the gift card. And this is 3 3/4 by 6.5. And then these are our decorative elements. This is Calypso Coral cardstock. This one is cut at 3 by 4, and this one is 1 3/4 by 4 for the smaller one. These are just going to decorate the front. These are the two pieces of paper that are going to go on top of those. And this is, of course, from the Graphic 45 Secret Garden. This one is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then this one is 1.5 by 3 3/4. We're going to use this one to punch with our scallop punch. So I guess I can go ahead and do that. And I can move these things out of the way. So let me just punch 2 of these. There's 1 and 2. So I got 2 of those. And I'll go ahead and put this over here. Move this paper out of our way. Alright. Let's get started. The other thing that you will need is your 1/4 inch score tape, which mine is right here. So let me move this. I already have mounted the stamps that I need. Let me move these little framelit dies out of the way also. And let's get busy. Alright, the pieces we're going to stamp to decorate are on here. So I'm going to move this just over a little bit so we can stamp. And I'll move our We Are Memory Keepers punch board. Now I like to punch on top of one of these foam mats, and I got this one and I cut it in half, and it fits in my drawer where I keep all my stamping blocks and I keep my scrubbing pad. So it works out really good for me. So we have our 2 pieces of paper. Alright, so this one right here I'm going to use the Happy Birthday on. So ink this up. This is one of the nice newer Stampin' Up! Hats. So let's stamp this. And we're going to punch this out with the curly punch. Alright. And then we're going to use this on this piece. And I do want to make sure I get all of this. This one tends to want to curl a little bit. We don't want to overdo it, but I do want to make sure I get everything really well. Like I said, it's wanting to curl a little bit on the stamp press. absolutely love the stamp press. If you don't have one of these, this is probably one of the very best stamping toys you can have. I'm going to center it because we're going to use that Lifestyles framelit to cut this one out. I'm just pushing all around, make sure I get a good impression. Alright, that's good. Now let me move these two things out of our way. I'll clean those up in a minute. Alright, put this away too. Now, let's take the Cuttlebug, and I'm going to line this one up here. And we'll send this through the Cuttlebug. I really liked how this framed this pretty nicely. I'm going to put just a piece of tape on here to hold it. Painter's tape. I love it. I got like 3 rolls for $1 or something crazy like that at the Big Lots one time, and just love this stuff. Alright, that looks good to me. Take that bad boy down. Let's cut that out. Just cut it over here on the side. Alright, that'll have our elements all done, and now we're going to punch out the happy birthday. Just line this up in the middle. Pop that one out. Okay, push this out of here. And then we'll go ahead and pop this up with a couple of little foam dots on the back. I use a lot of foam dots, so I'm kind of, don't want anything to sag or anything, so just kind of how I roll. Make the people happy that make these things, because I love them. And we're just going to sit this inside that square. Alright, so there's the decorative part for the top. Alright, now let's make the card base. Now we're going to start with the paper that is 4 1/4 by 11, and I got my scoring tool out, but we'll just use this one because somehow I buried it. So let's go ahead and we're going to score this one 3 times. We're going to score this one at the 2-inch mark, so we'll score that, and then we're going to go over to the 7 1/4 and score it there, and then we're going to go just to the right of that score mark and score again, which is 7 3/8. So you're 2, 7 1/4, and 7 3/8, and we're going to fold these. This is going to make the base of our card. Now these 2 score lines are really close together, so just take a minute and gently work both of those scores because they're important. So then you crease them. So I've got them both done, so I'm going to fold them one more time and give them each a good crease. That's the top of the card there. And then this is the bottom of our card. Okay. Now we're going to do the insert piece, okay? In the insert piece, we're going to put along the 6 1/2 inch across the top of our scoreboard, and we're going to score this one at 1 3/4. So let's score there. And then we're going to score this one at 6. So score that. And you're going to do this one like a Z. So you're going to score this one up. Okay, the 1 3/4 side flip up, and this side where you have the 1/2 inch tab where you scored at the 6-inch mark, fold it back and crease that one. So it kind of makes like a Z. So you've got this one going up and this one going down. Now one thing I did not do is we need to go back now and we're going to punch with the punch board. So let me slide these out of the way, move this, and we'll use the punch board. Okay, now on the base of the card, we are going to put this in and we are going to punch this 2 times at the 1-inch mark. And we're going to punch this on the long flap. You see here you've got the card. You've got the longer flap and then the shorter flap. So you want to punch this on the longer of the flaps, and you're going to put it in your tool and come out to the 1-inch mark. And when you're at the 1-inch mark, you're going to punch. You're going to turn this over, slide it back through to the 1-inch mark, and punch again. Okay, now that's going to make it where our card closes, kind of like a cereal box or something. See how it closes? Alright, so now we can decorate that, but we'll go ahead and punch the insert too. So you're going to punch the same. You're going to punch on the 1-inch score mark right here where the 1-inch line is, and you're going to do that on the 1 3/4 side. So the longer of the 2 flaps. You've got a 1/2 inch flap here and a 1 3/4, and this is on the insert piece. Okay, so we're going to put this one in just like the first one. Go to the 1-inch mark right there and punch. Flip it over and do the same thing. Go to the 1-inch and punch. Okay, now I'm going to move this out of the way. Now this little part is going to hold the gift card. And I forgot to tell you to pull out your dimensionals. Or I should say your pop dots. So we're just going to use 2 little pop dots to seal this closed. So we're going to poke out one, and I always love to use this little tool. I'm going to put it right here in the very corner, and then I'm going to put another one on the opposite corner over here, and this will help hold this part closed. So your card will slip right down into this pocket right here. And we'll go ahead, since we have this piece in hand, and we're going to add either red line tape or score tape. And if you notice, when I use this, especially when you're using a lot of it, you're making a mini hour or something, put it on your hand as a bracelet, and it helps free your hands up to manipulate the tape. So I can hold it with this hand, put it down, and just pull back to where I want it and tear it off. And when you're doing a mini album and you're putting a lot of tape on, that's a really useful little tip there. I really like to do that. So anywho, gonna just burnish that down so it gets good and sticky. And we'll get our tape runner, and we're gonna go ahead and put our decorative elements on here. And here's our just Tombow runner, AGT gun, whatever you have. We usually have a little bit of everything, don't we, girls? So I'm going to flip this one over.
Or guys.
Or guys, yes. We do have crafty men, don't we? So Garrett's videoing for me today, as always. So I'm going to just lay this down and center this up to where I like it. And then do the same for this piece. Let's put a little adhesive here, here, and a little bit right there. And put this one on here, lining it up. I do have some pencil marks that I didn't erase, but I will for measuring before I cut it. But that's okay. I can erase those when we're done. These are going to help hold the bottom closed, and I'll show you that in just a second. Now we're going to go ahead and put the decorative piece on the front of the card where we have the punch outs. So let me put some adhesive here. Making sure I didn't run over. Okay, I'm going to just center this up here how I like it. Add that piece. Now let's add the bond on the bottom. Center this one across the bottom. I'm measuring, or I'm eyeballing the sides and the bottom for alignment, not the top, because that is where the fold is going to be. So I was really more interested with the bottom. So there you have it. Now you see, when you open it, this piece wants to fall open. So we're going to attach the insert. And to attach the insert, I want you to see really closely, there's two score lines. I'm going to use a pointer. There's the first score line right here, and then the second score line, the one that's closest to where we did the punching. You're going to take your piece, that's the insert, pull off your tape backing, and I'm going to line this up with that very top score line, the one that's the closest to the punching, and just center it from left to right. Make sure it looks good and you're lined up with that score line. And when you're happy with your placement and you're centered, okay, I gotta move this down just a hair, and I think that looks good. You're gonna go ahead and close the top over on top of it like that, burnish it so that that glue sticks there, and there's your card holding mechanism right there for your gift card. And now we're gonna pull this flap up from the bottom where we put the designer paper that you choose, and I'm going to fold these in half. You can use your scoring board or whatever, but I'm just going to pinch them with my fingers and line them up. It's not that crucial that they be, you know, dead center, but it's pretty easy to line up these scallops anyway. And I'm going to put just a little bit of Tombow on these as well. You could use liquid adhesive, would work too, whichever you have handy. And I'm just going to close this on the side with the insert in there, of course, and just group this, lay it around the corner, and pinch. So that holds these sides close. See how they want to open? So I'll do this one. And we're going to put that one on too. Now these are the Secret Garden papers. And we're going to put our element that we made and stamped on the front. So I'm going to use some adhesive again. And center this right here in the front on my piece. And that looks good. Alright, and for the piece de resistance, let's find the card. I got my daughter a gift card. So, let me show you how the gift card will fit in there. So here's her gift card, and you see it sits in there. So here it says, Happy Birthday. Let me tuck it in so you see exactly what it looks like all closed up. So, Garrett, can you see that really good? There's the gift card all tucked in there, and then you just open it like this, and you see how the movement is. Isn't that awesome? And you can also, you have plenty of room to stamp a greeting here as well if you want to, or just to sign it, you know. And I think this really needs some bling. So I have some bling right here. So what card is not complete without some bling? So we're going to put some bling right here. And some more bling right over here. And I'm going to add some smaller ones around this part. I'll get this to turn over. If you love these little, love the Stampin' Up! Rhinestones. I just think they sparkle like none other. I do have lots of other gems, of course, but I do like these for their clear gems. If I could get it to get up on the little pokey tool, would be good. So I'm just going to put some, no, I'll just put them on the top and bottom. That's good. So, anyway, there you have it. Thanks for joining me today. If you liked it, please leave me a comment letting me know what you think. It was my very first card tutorial. And like always, I hope you have time to make something crafty for you or someone in your life. Bye.